You ever get that feeling? You look at your bank account a week before your next paycheck and just wonder where it all went. You're working hard, you're earning a good income, but somehow the money just seems to evaporate. It's this incredibly frustrating cycle, right? Feeling like you're running on a financial hamster wheel and not getting anywhere. Well, today, we're going to break that cycle for good.
So, this is the million-dollar question, isn't it? That whole vanishing paycheck problem? And look, if you feel this way, you're definitely not alone. Most of us are taught to try and save whatever's left over at the end of the month. But that's like trying to fill a bucket that's got a huge hole in the bottom. Today, we're going to flip that entire script on its head.
And this right here is the idea that changes the entire game. Building wealth isn't about eating instant noodles every night or saying no to everything you enjoy. It is not about punishment. It's about being proactive. It's about having a clear plan and giving every single one of your dollars a specific job to do.
I absolutely love this metaphor. Without a plan, your money is just a chaotic mob running around, probably getting into trouble. But when you give every dollar an assignment, a mission, it becomes this incredibly disciplined, powerful force that works for you. So let's get your army its marching orders. Okay, first things first, we've got to build a solid foundation. These next 3 steps, they are the absolute, non-negotiable bedrock of your entire financial life. If you get these right, everything else we're about to talk about becomes so much easier. In fact, it becomes possible. So here's the deal. On payday, before your money goes anywhere else, before coffee, before takeout, before anything, it has 3 mandatory stops. First, minimum payments on all your debts. Second, your absolute necessities. And third, a starter emergency fund. Think of these as your financial life support system.
Let's start with destination number 1, minimum debt payments. I know, it's not the sexiest topic, but it is so critical. A single missed payment can slash your credit score by 50 points or even more. And you know what that means? It means you'll pay thousands more in higher interest rates for years to come. It is a vicious cycle. So job 1 is to make sure every single minimum payment is covered. No exceptions.
All right, destination number 2. Necessities. And this is where we have to get really honest with ourselves. We're talking about the things you truly need to live. Housing, food, transportation, utilities, and healthcare. That's pretty much it. The golden rule that can totally change your financial life is to keep these true necessities under 50% of your gross income. That's your total pay before any taxes or deductions are taken out. If you're way over that line, you're almost always going to feel financial stress. And that brings us to destination number 3, your starter emergency fund. The goal here is simple and powerful. Get to $1,000 as fast as you can. Seriously, this $1,000 is an absolute game changer. It's the buffer that turns a potential financial catastrophe, like your car breaking down, into just a manageable inconvenience. It stops a bad day from spiraling into a month of high-interest debt. Okay, you with me? With that foundation built, we get to shift our entire mindset. We're moving from playing defense to playing offense. Now, we're going to start proactively attacking the very things that are actively trying to destroy your wealth. Destination number 4 is retirement. And let me be blunt, putting this off is the single most expensive mistake young people make. They think, oh, it's so far away, I'll deal with it later. But the brutal truth is, time is way more powerful than money when it comes to investing. If your employer offers a 401k match, you have to contribute enough to get the full amount. Not doing that is literally turning down free money. It's part of your salary that you're just leaving on the table. And wow, this quote perfectly illustrates the enemy we're fighting at destination number 5, high-interest debt. Just let that sink in. More than 30 years to pay off a $5,000 balance. That minimum payment is designed to do one thing: keep you in debt forever, not get you out. Any debt over, say, 15%, especially credit cards, needs to be your number 1 enemy.
You've got to eliminate it. So how do you attack it? Well, you've got two proven battle plans. The avalanche method is the most efficient on paper. You throw all your extra cash at the debt with the highest interest rate first. This will save you the most money in the long run. Then there's the snowball method. This one's psychologically powerful. You attack your smallest debt balance first, pay it off, and get that quick win, which builds momentum. So, which one is better? Honestly, the one you'll actually stick with. And now for the really exciting part. Once that foundation is solid and you're systematically crushing that high-interest debt, you unlock the next level. You get to truly accelerate your wealth growth. These are the moves that build serious, long-term financial freedom. Welcome to destination number 6, the Roth IRA. You need to think of this as a magical wealth-building machine. See, with a traditional retirement account, you get a tax break now, but pay taxes when you take the money out later. With a Roth, it's the opposite. You pay the taxes on the money now, but then it grows, and when you take it out in retirement, every single penny, including all that growth, is 100% tax-free. It is one of the most powerful tools a regular person has to build wealth. Right now, the annual contribution limit if you're under 50 is $7,000. Now, I know that might sound like a huge number, but just break it down. That's about $583 a month. The critical thing to understand is this: you can't go back in time and make up for years you missed. Every year you wait is a year of tax-free growth that you will never, ever get back. And if you're still wondering why this is such a big deal, just look at this. These numbers are incredible. By contributing consistently over your career, your $240,000 in contributions could become $1.7 million. That means over $1.4 million of that is pure, completely tax-free growth. This is how you build a life-changing amount of money. And finally, we arrive at our last stop, destination number 7, taxable investing. Now, once your retirement accounts are getting funded, this is where you build wealth beyond that. For most people, the simplest and best place to start is with broad market index funds. Instead of trying to be a genius and pick winning stocks, an index fund lets you buy a tiny little piece of the entire stock market, hundreds of the top companies, all in one simple investment. It's a proven way to make your money work for you, even when you're sleeping. So, having this 7-step plan is amazing. It's a fantastic roadmap. But the real key to success, the one thing that separates people who win with money from those who don't, is turning this plan into a system that runs on its own. You have to hear this. Automation is your financial superpower. It completely removes willpower, emotion, and just plain forgetfulness from the equation. Set up automatic transfers from your paycheck to your 401k, from your checking to your emergency fund, from your checking to your Roth IRA. When your money just flows where it needs to go without you even having to think about it, success becomes almost inevitable. The system just runs itself. And one last really crucial point. Look, you're human. You're not a robot. Sticking to a financial plan takes discipline. And you know what? That discipline deserves to be acknowledged. When you pay off a credit card or you finally hit that $1,000 emergency fund goal, celebrate. Plan a small, reasonable reward. This is what makes the whole process sustainable and even enjoyable, and it ensures you'll stick with it for the long run. So as we wrap this up, I want to leave you with this one question. You don't have to do all 7 of these steps at once. Just pick one. Maybe it's setting up that first automatic $10 transfer to an emergency fund. Maybe it's finally going online and signing up for your company's 401k match. What is the one decision you can make right now that your future self will be so grateful for? Because yeah, the best time to start was yesterday, but the next best time is today.